Hey fam, happy Friday. Yay. I hope I don't freeze up too bad. But I was thinking about something, and over the last week or so, I guess it got brought to my attention through a coaching program that I'm in, but it really made a lot of sense. And so I've really been thinking about it the last couple of days just to kind of have some more meat and potatoes to bring to you guys. But I want to talk about the difference between customer service and customer experience, okay? There is a big difference between the two of them, and it's one that we don't really realize until we sit and think about it. But I want you to think for a second, if you're like, let's say you're out to eat with your family or significant other or something, and your drink, your glass is getting close to being empty. And your server, waiter, whatever you want to call them, comes over to your table without you asking and fills up your glass, okay, with your tea, your water, your Coke, whatever you have in there. And of course you're like, oh, thanks so much. And, no problem. They walk on away. Let's also say you're at the same restaurant and another time, and your server, your waiter, keeps walking by your table. And maybe they're busy. Of course, we never really know what's going on. Maybe they're super busy. They keep walking by your table, and your glass is like at the edge of the table. You've already kind of like scooted it to the edge of the table, and it's empty. It's bone dry except for the ice cubes in there. And your waiter keeps coming, or server, whatever your term you want to use, keeps coming by, and you haven't flagged them down yet, because maybe every time they walk by you've got food in your mouth or you're getting ready to take a bite, and anyway, you finally have to ask, like, hey, hi, can I get a refill, please? And then they're like, oh yeah, no problem. They come over and bring you your glass, and maybe they bring you a whole nother drink with, the perfect amount of ice in it, brand new fresh drink, straw and everything, and you're like, oh, thanks so much. But the difference in those two situations, where the first server came over and filled your glass for you without you asking, and another server, you having to ask the server to fill your glass, the point is one of them is customer experience and the other one is customer service. Customer experience is when they're already, They're already like, not foreseeing. They're already foreseeing what it is that you need. They're very intuitive. They're watching. They're observant. They see that, you're kind of wrapping. It's like, most wait staff, they know, like, when you're wrapping it up, you're getting real close. Maybe there's no food on your plate anymore. They know it's time to take that plate away from you, and maybe go ahead and ask, would you like dessert, or can I get you anything else, or would you like your check, that kind of thing. So they're very intuitive, very observant, but some can be more observant than others. So the customer service part of that is that, yes, you did ask for a refill. They did bring you a freshly topped off glass with a fresh straw in it, and that was wonderful. You were very happy about that. But the difference between customer experience and customer service is customer experience is an experience they're providing you, where they're basically thinking for you. They're doing it for you. They're meeting you before you have a problem, before you have an issue. They're already anticipating what you might need. Whereas customer service is very reactive. It's very, oh yeah, I don't have a problem getting you a fresh drink after you've been asked for it. Or, yeah, I don't have a problem bringing you more napkins after you've had to ask for it. So customer experience is more of a proactive more of a proactive approach. Excuse me. Customer service is a reactive approach. So when you think about your business like that, think about other businesses that you shop from, and whether it be, small business or direct sales or even a big box company, think about the customer service that they provide. I say customer service because I'm so used to saying that word, but think about the experience and or the service that they provide. Are they being proactive, or are they being reactive? So for Scentsy, and a situation with that could be customer service, could be your customer reaches out to you after a couple of weeks of receiving their order, and they're like, hey girl, I opened my warmer, and the bulb inside of it is broken. What am I supposed to do? And you're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, let me call Scentsy. Let me see if I can get you a replacement. Or maybe you already have a bulb on hand you can replace with her until you can contact Scentsy, and they can give you a product credit for the bulb costs for your next order, whatever. That's normally what they do, because sending a bulb by itself is it's risky because it could get broken in transit again. So you're like, oh yeah, I'll take care of it. So that's customer service. You're still doing a good job taking care of your customer, whereas a customer experience approach to it, a proactive approach to it, could be if you receive the warmer before your customer, like maybe you're doing a local order and you get it first, check each warmer. Check to see if the bulb is broken. And that way, if it is, you can go ahead and take care of it before giving it to your customer. And your customer doesn't have to wait around, doesn't have to not be able to use her product for a while. But let's say that she orders online and it goes straight to her and not to you first, right? How can you do a proactive approach to that? You could, within a week of her, part of your follow-up system, within a week of her receiving her order, or a couple of days, you could reach out to her and say, hey, Susie, I was just checking in. Did your warmer get there? Did everything arrive safe and sound? That's one of the first touch points I give to my customers after saying thank you is, did your order arrive safe and sound? Because I want them to go ahead and they're like, if they say something like, oh, I haven't even opened it yet, I'd be like, okay, well, could you, and maybe the next day or two, go ahead and give it an open and see if everything's all right with it. And if there's any issues at all, just let me know. That is a proactive approach to providing for your customers. So there's a customer experience is proactive, customer service is reactive. And so that's just something I want you guys to think about as you're doing your follow-up with your customers. A lot of times we wait. I've been guilty of this too. We wait for our customers to give us a call first to say that they need new wax or a new light bulb, or to check in with us because their dish broke and they need a replacement for that dish, or whatever the case may be. Or maybe the nozzle on their Scentsy Fresh is not working properly. Sometimes we wait for our customers to contact us with the issue or with the reorder or whatever. And that's where I feel like we have so much area of improvement, and not just within Scentsy, but within direct sales, period. We have this area of improvement. Remember, we are in direct sales. Like, there's no other way around that, guys. Direct means like 1-to-1, right? So we have that connection. We have to have that connection with our customers that we can leave the door open, that they can contact us. However, you got to open the door for them a little bit. And that's where your follow-up system comes into play. So where y'all may hear me talk so much about follow-up that you're like, tired of hearing that word or those terms, is because I'm so passionate about it. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect at it. I am not. But what I want to do is teach you guys that providing your customers with an experience instead of service is going to be so much better for your business in the long run. Because it's going to teach your customers that you actually care about them as a human and not just a dollar sign. I know we get excited when we have goals to meet, or maybe we took some time off from our business, but now we're ready to ramp it up again and like do all the things Scentsy and, you know, earn that PRV and get that commission check. And like, we want to do all the things, right, to get our customers to shop from us. But what I was trying to explain to someone this morning, or telling someone this morning, about that is, it's okay to take time off of your business. It's okay to kind of have to take a step back because life happens and various things or whatever. But when you're providing an experience for your customers, to let them know that, to show them, not just tell them, but to show them that you care about them as a person instead of as a dollar sign, as a PRV, it matters so much more to your customers. So how can you, I want you to think about this, how can you provide an experience for your customers and not just a service whenever they need you? How can you anticipate the things that they might need? For example, you know, sometimes when you order something, for example, we just got home from vacation and we had a bunch of orders, some things we had ordered a while back. But anyway, they all arrived. So my kids were opening it up, and one of them was this, anyway, doesn't matter what it is, but was this product for my husband. And inside of it, he's like, how do I use this thing? And I was like, well, did it come with a user's manual? And he was like, yes. So he's looking at it and he's like, oh, in the back it tells you can do this for this amount of time and this will happen. And like this, he's like, this is pretty cool. They're showing you like how to use it and what for. And I said, see, that's why there's a user's manual. But anyway, that to me is a customer experience. Furthermore, within this morning he was using the product, and then this afternoon it's not this afternoon, but a few minutes later he came to me and he says, hey, I just got an email because I ordered him something for his birthday, so I sent it all to him. Anyway, I digress. He said, I just got an email where they actually host a class that teaches you how to use this product to get the most benefit for it. And I was like, that's cool. Maybe you should sign up and take the class. Guys, that's a customer experience where they are anticipating your needs before you even need them. Whereas customer service would have been my husband emailing them like, how exactly do I use this? Or how am I supposed to do this? Or going on YouTube trying to figure out how to use this product correctly. Like that would be the difference between customer service and customer experience. They've already anticipated that he's probably going to be like, how do I use this thing? So they have classes set up that you can take or watch, or videos to send. Anyway, so that's what I'm imploring you to think about within your Scentsy business. How can you provide an experience for your customers versus a service? Because I'm telling you right now, the experience that you provide your customers is going to make you stand out far and wide away from anybody else who sells Scentsy if you provide a good experience for them and not just a service when they need you. Okay? Y'all have a fantastic weekend, and go figure out how you're going to provide that experience. Maybe think about your follow-up system. Maybe your, what does my coach call it? Your customer ascension program. Customer ascension program. That sounds very high tech. It really is just your follow-up system. How are you providing your experience to your customers? Okay. Anyway, y'all have a good weekend. Bye.